Hey, Sunshine. I wanted to share with you some of my thoughts around why I think KD has been so important to you over your last 4 years at UNC. And I don't feel like I'm a very strong writer, but so here goes. Just bear with me. I thought I would start out by telling a little story. Um, so, if you remember, back almost 4 years ago, you and I were in Chapel Hill for Admitted Students Day, and we ran into Rebecca Camback on Franklin Street. And we stopped to say hi because we both knew her casually from home. And although I don't think it seemed that important at the time, I do believe that chance encounter became part of the impetus for you joining KD. That day, the three of us, we ended up going to lunch together. And I think about it, what were the chances of her being able to have the time to do that right then, spur of the moment? But we went to Spanky's. We had salads and quesadillas, and as we sat there and had some time together, she started sharing with you the importance of following your own inner guidance to find your spot at Carolina, and how KD had helped her do that. And she shared how Katie made her feel like she had a place to call home away from the apartment or the dorm. And so she said that, it was more than just a physical home. It was a place where girls could have fun, they could be social, but they also was a place where they could be supported both academically and spiritually. And I think that meant a lot to you at the time. Then she took us on a tour of the KD house. That was really cool to see that. And, as I think about it, at that time, you weren't 100% committed to the rush process, and sorority. I think you said, I'll just kind of try it and see what happens. But, as fate would have it, you became more and more convinced that KD was the place for you as the rush process unfolded. And so that's what happened. So I think of all the sentiments that Rebecca shared about KD that day have been true for you, and really so much more than that. Your time at UNC has been defined by your sisterhood at KD and all that it's enabled you to do. The difference I see in your level of confidence from freshman year to now, I highly attribute to being at KD and all the things that you've done there. You really put yourself out there to be a part of leadership council. And at the time, I know you said you felt a little bit apprehensive and unprepared for being the pledge mom and planning bid day. But later you shared with me that you were proud of the job that you had done and the part you had played on council, as well as all the ways that it helped you grow. And there were so many other leadership and opportunities that you did at the sorority as well that helped you grow. But those were two that, I think were really key for you. So, you've gained so much from these 4 years as a KD, but the sorority has also benefited from you. I've always been really proud of the fact that you're independent, you don't just go along with the crowd, and I think what's been remarkable about KD is that you found a home where you can be exactly who you are, and it's given you the confidence to be both authentic and still be accepted. And that's a legacy that you pay forward as you start to influence younger sisters to do the same. And that's what you're doing, whether you realize it or not. Through your experience at KD, you've also learned the pain of loss and the beauty of living in the moment. Your friendship with Wynn Burris will never be forgotten. You, as well as everyone that crossed Wynn Burris's path, will be forever touched by her life. Her legacy now stretches even beyond people who knew her personally. And, I know Wynn would be pleased to see that despite the sorrow and the loss that these girls will all carry for the rest of their lives, you will all also carry the beauty of how she influenced your lives. And I know that you guys are all more close than ever, and you care for each other just so deeply as she deeply cared for you. I can only start to think about all the memories the past 4 years have held for you. I just think there must be cocktail party memories, mixers, initiation, derby, formals, membership meetings, leadership council, rush, etc. There's so many things I'm sure can't even capture here. But it's also been filled with some pretty fun memories as a parent. I get to see the family that you're a part of. And I get to share with the parents' cocktail and the tailgate and the Shamrock 5K and all of that, and get to meet the other parents. That's been a lot of fun too. I don't know what we're going to do without that parent cocktail to look forward to next fall. You know Jack's going to go through withdrawal. And honestly, I need some of that fried chicken from Kristen, so you might have to find a way to smuggle some of that for me. Anyway, the memories that I know that will stick with you the most, though, are beyond all that. It's more about the laughter, the deep conversations, the formation of lifelong friendships. You learn to be both courageous and loving with friends through your relationships in KD. And so, when coronavirus came to change the trajectory of your senior year, it robbed all of you seniors of many memorable milestones. It makes me really sad to think about it. But you know what? There was nowhere else you wanted to be than with your KD sisters at Chapel Hill, and that's exactly where you needed to be. And so, these last weeks together, you're going to form some new memories, some that you just had not anticipated and had not planned. And that's just it. None of these memories that you're making right now were probably the ones you expected to make, but they're nonetheless very special. So now I believe that the tables have turned, and it's your time to share your experience, just like Rebecca Cambat did with you years ago. And I've already seen evidence of the ways that you're doing that and sharing your positive KD experience with your younger classmates. What you don't realize at this moment is that you will carry these memories with you in a very special place in your heart for the rest of your life. And, when you're older, you will realize even more how special these 4 years have been. They've been a magical place that you'll always hold dear. And I know that the bonds that you've made, they'll continue to strengthen and grow for years after you leave Chapel Hill. But you know what? I think maybe you do realize it. I love you, sweetie, and I just wish you all the best in your last few days there. Bye.